Sarvavedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmiham. That's number 181. Tanmana shodhanam karyam prayatnena mumukshunam vishuddhe sati chaitasmin mukti paraphalayate mokshaika saktya vishaye suragam nirmulya sanyasya cha sarva karma satsraddhayaya sravanadinishtaha rajasvabhavam sadhunoti buddhe mokshaika saktya vishaye suragam nirmulya sanyasya cha sarva karma satsraddhayaya sravanadinishtaha rajasvabhavam sadhunoti buddhe. So please see, as we have been seeing from yesterday, nahyastya vidya manasotirikta manoya vidya bhavavanda hetu. Mind is equated with the ignorance. Because of this ignorance of one's own self, there is not only the avarana, the veiling of one's own self, where the person is not aware of himself, but also vikshepa. Vikshepa means taking yourself other than who you are. This is in another word known as the adhyaropa. Adhyaropa is, when you say adhyaropa, superimposition. Adhyaropa, superimposition. If you see things as it is, jnanam, tasmin tad buddhi. If you see the rope as the rope, knowledge. If you see the rope as a snake and therefore run away from it, imposition. If you see the rope as a flower garland and try to pick it up, that also is imposition. When you see rope as it is, no problem. If you don't see the rope as it is, but if you see the snake, nivritti, you run away from it. You see the flower garland, pravritti, you run towards it. If you know yourself, I am the happiness absolute, and every object as the object, whether it is sound or a touch or a taste or a smell or a sight, anything for that matter, everything as it is, no problem. But when you see or equate a sensation with a happiness, you run towards it, pravritti. When you see or equate another sensation with unhappiness, you run away from it, nivritti. It's all because the person does not know himself as the source of happiness. Understand? To see yourself as you are. You are Sat Swarupa, Chit Swarupa, Ananda Swarupa. You are the bliss, you are awareness, you are immortal. No problem. And once you see it, body is mortal. Deha, the body is born, body is growing, body is changing, body is dying. That is the nature of the body. No more you shall say, I am born, I am growing, I am metamorphosed, I am diseased, I am decaying, I am dying. You don't say that anymore. So there is no more you are imposing the nature of the body on yourself. So be the changeless immortal, enjoy the changes, the mortality. Be the meditation that you are and enjoy all the changes at the level of the body and the mind. Because all these body, the sense organs of action, thoughts of various kinds, they are nothing but the roles. Consciousness, being yourself, is not a role. Understand? Yourself is not a role. That is why you pick up many roles in life. You pick up the role of a husband, pick up the role of a wife. Nobody is a born husband, born wife. Anybody? Born husband, born wife. Born PhD, born managing director. Nobody. Understand? Even a person is a born king. Between the childhood until your consecration, anything can happen. Nobody, understand, nobody is born into something. But you are born into immortality. Because that is your nature. Everybody is that. So your being yourself is not a role. Every other role you pick up in life. When you take the actor to be the role, that is the time known as the adhyaropa. Very simple language, superimposition. If I see myself as I am, no problem. See everything as it is, no problem. Don't see at all as in deep sleep state, no problem. But use the word I, but don't know what it is. Superimposition begins. That is the time, how it begins? The sensations which are, or begin with perception. The perceptions which are natural. And true to the perception, sensation you cannot avoid. Are you getting that? Sensation is something which you cannot avoid. You cannot hear a sound and don't have the sensation of sound. You cannot breathe and escape the smell. You can't eat and escape the taste. You can't see and escape the color or the beauty around. You cannot touch and get out of a touch sensation. Are you getting that? Sensation is secondary. Perception is primary. Without perception, there is no sensation. Are you getting that point, please? Without perception, there is no sensation. Without consciousness, there is no perception. Can you be unconscious and perceive? That is why in deep sleep state, you don't perceive or say, in deep sleep state, no perception, no sensation. Because you are one with the consciousness. The mind is folded up. Please. So once you perceive, let me see, hear, taste, or smell, sensation is natural. And then there from the raga dvesha begins. Raga, like, dvesha, dislike. A sensation which is comfortable sensation The eye will say, oh, I like it. Like it means what? I want more. Why babies want more chocolate? Why babies want more balloons? Why babies want more toys? Simple thing. Why they want more? Because it's colorful, bright, attractive, tasty, sweet. Have you seen a baby crying, I want bitter gourd juice? Is there anybody? Have you seen a 5-year-old crying, Mommy, I want baby bitter gourd juice? Pepsi, Coca-Cola, sweet drinks? Ayyo. Have you seen? No baby is crying for bitter gourd juice. Think of it. Understand? So as a child, whichever sensation you like, why? Because you like means what? These statements are very, I want you to feel. I don't want to talk anymore really. You must feel. You don't like means to us. If the sensation is comfortable sensation, if the sensation is comfortable, immediately your mind will, a thought will come, I comes up and, oh, I like it. Please sing it again. Suppose a nice song, what do you say? Please sing it again. So nice. Repeat. Why this encore? Again. Very nice. You get a massage. You never got a massage in your life. Suddenly one day you got a massage, very professional massage. And you like it. What do you say? Oh, every day a little massage will be nice. Why? What happened to you? So long you lived without it. Are you getting that point? Sensation. Eat some food. Oh, very nice. Can I have it again? Can you bring me some more of those mangoes? Why? What happened to you? Are you getting? No, please understand. Unconsciously, every human being builds up. So do not kill yourself. Don't destroy yourself. Don't hate yourself. Then, Swamiji, I have so many likes and dislikes. Then what else will you have? Understand, it is natural. It is natural to have perception. It is natural that you cannot escape sensation. It is natural you cannot escape repeating it also. But when you understand that when I am starting to demand this, because of the strong impression, strong vasana, and these thoughts are coming up, suddenly I am demanding that sensation, I am demanding that perception to feel relieved from the pressure of the thought. I am using the language of your feelings. You get a pressure of the thought as though. A thought pressurizes you as though. It comes up again and again. Just like you don't like somebody phoning you up again, reminding, when are you giving me money? When are you giving my money? What do you say? Stop it! When are you doing your homework? Are you doing your homework? Somebody continuously remind you, how do you like it? You stop them, no? Don't do that again and again. Now, you can switch them off. You can switch off your phone. You can ask them to shut up. Shut up your mind. Come on. You get fed up when other people demand same thing again and again. Why don't you fed up with your own mind? I told him not to do it. Swamiji, again and again doing it. Okay, ask yourself. Why are you repeating same thought, same emotion, same anger, same hatred again and again? Once you should say, shut up, and you should go. Why? You expect the other person to shut up and he should shut up, right? If you see this, you become a kind person. Are you so difficult? Sometimes I do forget, you know. Understand? Just think. This morning I was talking on a very simple point. This thought, Please remember what all things you have forgotten. Come on. Please remember what all things you have forgotten. Can you remember? If you can remember, how can you say you forgot? Thought comes up. The moment the thought comes up, you remember. Understand? The moment your thought comes up, you remember. And when it remembers, when the thought comes by habit, you are doing it. Ask yourself a question. Why do I engage myself? How do I engage myself in any action? To engage myself in a physical action, there must be a corresponding thought. Either it should be my own thought or somebody must command, do it. And when somebody says do it, either do it immediately or suppose you file it in your mind as a thought and later on you do it. But if you forget that thought, you will not do it again. Then somebody asks, did you do it? Forgot. So for any action to do, a thought must be there. So by habit, the moment the thought comes, I am doing it. And this thought, it has become very, very strong by repeating. Especially, understand, please appreciate, especially the sensations which gives you happiness, which you consider is, when you equate a sensation with comfort, and that one you equate with the happiness, again and again you repeat it. So nobody need to tell you to do that. You shall automatically do it. Playing football. Suppose you like playing football. Is it necessary for somebody to push you for that? Anything you like. Suppose you like eating mangoes. Should somebody push you for that? Achha. What is that you don't like? Go and study for 1 hour. Why? You don't like that thought. Are you getting that point, please? Write a note. Go and help somebody for 2 hours. Why? 10 o'clock, I want to sleep, you know. Should anybody tell you to go to sleep? Anytime, anywhere. Whether it's a bus, a train, plane, anywhere, snore. Listen, please. If you look at it, you shall see you have only few thoughts which are very, very strong inside you. Very few thoughts. Very strong, very strong. Built up anger, hatred, jealousy. Listen. Why do you get angry? Ask the question. Why do you get angry? Because anger also gives you a relief. Understand? Anger also gives you a relief. When you express your anger, it gives you a relief. Because it's a huge build-up taking place. Why this person? You don't start with the explosion. Do you start with exploding? No. Somebody is doing something. Listen, somebody is doing something. The first reaction, why is he doing it? Understand? The first reaction, the mind tells you, why is he doing it? Next thought, it takes over. He should not have done it. I told him not to do it. He did it. Why is he doing it? Again and again he is doing it. Boom. Now, as it is built up, now it will make you suffocated. It is like a sneezing. When you sneeze, the carbon dioxide that is built up in your system, in one, your whole carbon dioxide goes away. How do you feel? You relieve. So all this built up, when you are very angry, you shout at the door, I told you not to do this. That is, once the person shouts it out, he doesn't stand there, he goes away. Usually, yeah? You shout it out, then you go away. But what happens is, your mind remains in that violent mood. So even while going, you don't feel relieved. Then you repent. I should not have told that. Why did I do this? Why did you do this? Because you cannot get out of the built-up without shouting. Every time you get angry, listen, every time you get angry, you tell yourself, I should not get angry. But you cannot escape it is because, understand, every time you get angry, you say you should not be angry. But you build up but you get angry because you cannot take out the build-ups. Understand? That is why you feel relieved. Then what do you say? I gave him a peace of mind. Suppose the other person doesn't retaliate, you escape. Suppose the other person is equally angry like you. Just think. When you are angry, he gives you a slap. Say, okay, I'm going to hell. Don't care. I'm going. And he goes away. He gives you a slap. That is why when people are lesser, what you consider lesser people, you can get very angry with them. But the moment they retaliate, your anger again doubles up, triples up, quadruples. But the person who is superior to you, you cannot get angry with them. Why? Because if you get angry with them, they will destroy you in a second. That is why you are very careful. Like you are 4 feet 2. There is a 7 feet fellow coming there. And by chance his hand touches you. Will you get angry with him? You just look at him and go this way. If you get angry, he'll make chutney out of you. But suppose the other fellow is 2 feet 3. Hey, what do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Why don't you do that to 7 feet fellow? Just think. Understand, this anger, any emotion, anger, hatred, jealousy, even the love, infatuation, it's a continuous built-up, So definite like, definite dislike. Suppose a huge build-up, I like something or I love somebody. Other people prevent me from getting it or getting that person. Anger. As much built up, that much anger. Are you getting that? As much built up, that much frustration. That is, more infatuated you are, more destroyed you feel. More infatuated you are, more deprived you feel. The more infatuated, more deprived. Suppose you don't want a ticket for the cricket match and you don't get it. Do you feel deprived? Or deprived? There is no cricket match. No ticket for the cricket match. Okay, that's good. Who wanted it? Oh, I thought you wanted it. No, I don't want it. Appa, what a relief. Why? This person thinks you want it. But suppose you want it desperately and you don't get it, you feel deprived. Understand? This language people use, There are so many people who are deprived of so many things in life. It's like a communist talking. To be rich, you should have a swimming pool, 3 cars, 1 house, these things. You don't have this, don't have this, don't have this, don't have this. Therefore, you are poor. The other fellow, rich. He has exploited you to be rich. True, suddenly everybody gets up. Like a trade union tactics. Not that there is some lie in that, there is some truth in it also. Because the industrialist starts with nothing, as even with these people. But as the whole thing builds up, he ends up with a plane, these people end up with 100 rupee bonus. Naturally, human beings is frustrated. That is why the person who makes it must be genuinely generous. And the person also must know what is the other person's sacrifice. Anyway, please see. So you feel deprived. The more you are infatuated, you feel it is denied to you. So you get angry. I told you something, you don't do it. Meaning, my respect. That means you don't respect me. What I said, you don't do. So I feel deprived, destroyed, desecrated. I told something and you are not doing it. Why don't you sometimes feel for yourself, so many things you have told yourself, I will never get angry, but you are getting again and again angry. Have you punished yourself? I should not smoke, I should not smoke, and then you continue to smoke once in a while. Have you punished yourself? I will never tell a lie, I will not cheat anybody. Have you followed it to the letter? No. Then, do not crucify people. Very simple. Because when you are getting that, again and again you have promised yourself, I will never be angry again. But again and again compromised. And then you tell that man 100 times I tell him to do that, he doesn't do. What about you? So the trouble is I don't look at myself. Are you getting that point, please? I must learn to look at myself. This is what known as very solid, strong like and dislike in everybody. Now he will tell you how to counteract it. Understand this? No child is born with solid like and dislike. You pick it up in time. There is no angry child born. Have you seen a child born angry? Huh? Born hateful? Born jealous? Born fanatic? Nobody. In time, every human being picks up something or other, depending on the environment. Usually, suppose your father is crooked, you will be a crook. Your mommy is crooked, you will be a crook. If they are nice, chances are you will be nice. If the people who come around, that is why they say Sangha. If your companionship is nice, you will pick up nice habits. If your companionship is stupid, you pick up wrong habits. If the culture is also very individualistic culture, you will be a very individualistic person. If the culture is very much living for others, you start living for others. You understand this? It's just like picking up a language. You speak Oriya, you speak English, you speak Hindi, you speak Tamil, you speak language. You eat bread as another language, you dress another language. Something human behavior also, a particular type of language. Like in suppose China, when you go there somebody was telling me, I don't know how it is true, there are no birds there. You don't hear the sound of the birds. Why? Story must have been. Because everything that is there, eat up. Suppose this story. So if everybody eats up everything, killing, you don't feel uncomfortable. Suppose a tradition says, you can eat anything. You can kill the animals, eat it, and you are still very holy. You don't feel bad for killing. Why? Everybody is killing, I am also killing. You don't feel. So hunting becomes a pleasure. Again, hunting is a fun because as a child you see your grandfather is going on a horse, your father is going on a horse. In our society, everybody is going on a horse, like in tribal areas. In tribal areas, if you go to Orissa, once in a year, one day, they go as a shikar. Shikar means hunting. The entire village, hundreds of them, surround the whole forest, drum beating, putting fire. You think who can escape? Now if you go, there are only trees. There are no roaming animals. And you cannot stop it. You are not supposed to stop it because that is their culture, tradition. That is the tradition of the jungle people. You are not supposed to interfere with it. What do you do? Another tradition is there. They burn a jungle. This year 10 acres, they make 20 acres, they'll make a paddy field. After third year, they'll leave that one and go burn another piece of patch of jungle. You come and see. And you are not supposed to say anything because that is the tradition of the jungle. Even the government doesn't say that. Why? It's all vote bank also. Change people, teach people, provide them with a different alternative lifestyle. Who will feel bad? No child will feel bad. If you have, just like a child, other day I was telling you, he was flying with me, not flying with me, I happened to be by his side, and he had gone to San Diego to see the zoo. I asked him, did you see the Samu? Samu is a killer whale. Oh, he was very happy because I know the killer whale. He said, yes, I went there. And I said, how did you go alone? He said, no, I went with my mom and my mom's boyfriend. I went with my mom and my mom's boyfriend. Achha. Where are you going back now? Colorado, Aspen. And who is going to pick you up? My dad and dad's girlfriend. If the for 4-year-old boy, no more mom and dad are natural. For him, mom and mom's boyfriend and dad's girlfriend. When he grows up, do you think he will be caring whether the marriage works or doesn't work? Why? It's natural. For him, it's natural. Are you getting that point? That there is a mom and dad, not necessary. No conflict. No conflict. For the child, there will be absolutely no conflict. Because he has lived like that, so his children also better get used to that. Please understand, I'm not talking good or bad, right or wrong. There is no judgment. Just think of the situation. If you are used to cutting an animal, you will not feel bad about cutting that animal. Because tradition says you can cut, you can eat, you can do anything you like. So it's very good. Like that, anger, hatred, jealousy. Now these huge build-ups have taken place. What happens is, suddenly, somewhere, it hits you in life. Because emotional excesses, anger, hatred, infatuation, jealousy comes in, and I feel very uncomfortable. You want to be possessive, you want everything, nothing is with you, you feel frustrated. So that is the time which every man will feel frustrated at one time or other. Every person, don't worry about it. Every person. Somebody more frustrated, somebody less frustrated. But everybody will feel frustrated in life. Why? In the absence of this self-awareness, in the absence of reveling within yourself as you are the source of happiness, every person will feel tired at one time or other in life. Because your riches will tire you, your poverty also will tire you. Your pleasures will tire you, your pain also will tire you. You are tired of your poverty. You will be tired of your prosperity. Enough of it. People, when they go on suffering, I no more want to suffer. You are tired of suffering. I don't want. What is this? Always pleasure, everything is fine. But then what? One day it will all come to an end. What is this? Are you getting that? You can be tired of poverty. You can be tired of prosperity. You can be tired of any emotion. So when you look that time, look for the happiness absolute. When the scripture comes in, the teacher comes in and points out, you are the source. You are the absolute. You believe it. Why? If you can survive all these likes and dislikes, you must be source of happiness. You believe it. Logically also. Shruti, Yukti, Anubhav. Scriptural declaration, logically presented and established, taking into account your own experiences, they establish you are the happiness. But even after that, the problem is habitual likes and dislikes. The first class itself you will appreciate, yes, I must be the truth. Nobody can escape because nobody is stupid. Are you getting that? Nobody is stupid. You can very clearly say, yes, I must be the happiness. Because any moment of happiness, I am with myself. But then the trouble is, Oh, this anger comes, hatred comes, jealousy comes, these thoughts are coming up. That is natural. How do I handle it? Please now read. So don't now, when we are talking this, don't look at each other and say, Swami, I think Swami, that fellow is very angry. He should take care of his anger. This man is very jealous. He should take care of his jealousy. This fellow is greedy, always eating 20 idlis, 30. That fellow must take care of his food. Hey, who are you? Vigilante? Huh? The moral police? Watching everybody's fault? No. Look at yourself. Look at yourself. Do I do that? Am I a compulsive talker? Compulsive speech. Compulsive talker means you can't keep quiet. Continuous. Compulsive behavior is you can't sit down in your room for 10 minutes. The moment you sit down in your room 5 minutes, your leg starts aching. What am I doing on the bed? I must go somewhere. Your hand must do something, leg must do something. Everything you must do. Even compulsive. Thought come, move. Market. This food. That thing. Or simply go and hang around somewhere. You can't keep quiet in one place. Compulsive. Why? The thoughts, definite raga dvesha, that creates restlessness inside you. So ask yourself a question. When you sit down, are you restless? So everybody gets angry with restlessness. Are you getting that? So then what happens is, so lazy, lethargic people are wonderful. Swamiji is very restful. Even if you ask him to do something, he is very restful. That fellow is tamas. If this fellow is a rajas, that fellow is tamas. So restlessness is as useless as even the tamasic, lazy, lethargic. At least restless people produce something. Even if it is little confusion, doesn't matter. They produce a lot of nice things, lot of useless things also. These lazy, lethargic people, of course they don't produce anything bad. They don't produce anything good either. Totally useless. Suppose I am restless. I am producing paddy, producing vegetables and producing some poisonous substance also. But at least you can remove the poisonous substance and eat the paddy. The fellow is not doing anything, what shall you eat from him? Are you getting that example? Most of the time in the name of religion, the so-called lethargic, lazy people, physically lethargic, intellectually lazy, no thinking, and the person thinks he is in Brahmic bliss. Absolute. Why? Other people are fully active to keep him alive. Dangerous. Are you getting that? No. What it means is, you enjoy your activity, you also must learn to enjoy your inactivity. Both. As much you are happy being 100% active, that much you are happy being 100% inactive. If you do, fantastic. Don't do, excellent. Just like some people are compulsive eater. They must eat something. Something or other. Compulsive smoker. Compulsive drug people. There are some people are compulsive talker. You can see it among the teachers. The fellows cannot keep quiet. They must have somebody in front of always to give upadesh, to talk. He must have somebody. And anything you tell them, they will start to give a speech. Oh, you simply think you asked, how is the weather? Now he describes you 2 hours. How it was, how it is, what it should be, what it should not have been, and how the other places are so very good, how this place is not very good, or this place is so good, other place is not good. Hey, I asked, how is the weather? Your answer is good, or bad, or ugly. Now don't create a movie around it, good, bad, ugly. I am asking a simple question. Compulsive speaker, talkers. Can enjoy being yourself. all the time. Need to speak? Not necessary to speak. Nice. Need to act? Yes. Not necessary to act. Please. You know what is laziness? Laziness is when you don't want to act, but you want the result of other people's action. It's a very dangerous trait. Laziness is, I don't want to act, but I want the result of other people's activity. I don't want to produce food, but I want to eat when the bell rings. Oh, I see. Understand? But do I deserve it? Why? Because as been other people who is contributing towards my food, I am also contributing towards their sustenance. In what way? Thinking. I am a PhD. I am a scientist. I am a poet. I am producing something that way. So only physical activities does not mean only you are productive. Mental activity is unproductive. No, that also not right. So you see for yourself. In some way or other you are contributing to the total kitty. Understand? So there is no compulsive action. When you are compulsive, meaning compulsive means a thought comes and you are pushed. That is the time you feel this knowledge as though there is a contradiction. Yeah, I am happy with myself. Yes, I am happy with myself. Then why these things are coming? Now you understand why these things come. By habit, it comes. Okay? By habit. Because from the childhood, that is how we have unconsciously trained our mind. Remember your childhood behavior. A thought comes and you bring the roof down. You miss mommy, you miss balloon, you miss something, and that continues as a childhood, as a child, as a young man, even as a grown-up baby, 60-year-old baby, crying for something or other. What do I do? How to deal with it? Mokshaika Shaktya, beautiful verse. Remember this verse, it's so nice. Underline the whole thing. Just remark that verse. Mokshaika Shaktya Vishayesu Ragam Nirmulya Sanyasya Cha Sarva Karma. First thing. Mokshaika Shaktya. Moksha Eka Shaktya. Asakti. First, you must find for yourself. Are you really interested in liberation? Listen carefully. Are you really interested in happiness? Then only correcting yourself will have some meaning. Simply correcting doesn't mean anything. That is why people, when you tell people, don't be happy, don't be angry, for what? Because anger, are you getting that? For the ignorant person, anger also is a relief. That is why simply telling him don't be angry doesn't work. Who doesn't advise? And who doesn't know how to advise? But if you simply tell him don't be angry, everybody knows. But they all explode like mountains, like volcanoes. You know you should not be jealous, but it is burning with jealousy. You know you should not feel inferior or superior. Either you are feeling superior or inferior. Are you getting that point, please? And you tell him you must change, for what? Oh, you will be a nice man. But I don't want to be a nice man. Can you believe? Other day, when I was discussing these things with a person, that person is a really restless person, like many people. That person is a very restless person. A very angry person. In office, everybody gets a mouthful from him. He's such an angry person because he's the boss. But nobody can say anything to him. Everybody gets a mouthful. One day, I was asking him, I said, you are now already 47. You are ruling the company, big boss. If I tell the name of the company, your jaws will drop, I said, how come you are getting angry? He said, Swamiji, what all you say, I understand, really clearly understand. The trouble is, I am afraid of changing. I I'm afraid of changing. Why? Suppose I change, people think I have grown soft and I am useless. Can you believe that was his fear? The person's fear was, everybody will think, oh, he has changed. He's soft. I'm a very ordinary person now, so they can do anything they want. Now they're afraid. Peculiar psychology. Real psychology, you know what happens? The thing is, if the person changes, listen carefully, that means he has to admit that what all he was doing was wrong. That is the bigger psychology. If he will change, what does it mean? He has to admit what was you were doing before was wrong. So that means I was always at wrong. Oh no, that cannot be. I am like this. You continue. It's a very strange psychology. That person doesn't understand that you can be absolutely compassionate, absolutely kind, and absolutely effective. He doesn't understand that bit. That I can be absolutely kind, compassionate, conscious, and very effective. You don't have to be angry to dismiss people. You don't have to be angry to dismiss people. With love you dismiss, the fellow will suffer. See, when he angry with the dismiss, the other fellow may sometimes feel comfortable. Good that I am not working with an idiot. But if you are compassionately dismissing, the fellow will feel rotten. Such a nice man, I should not have left him. Are you getting that point? The difference. When an angry person dismisses you, how will you feel? Good pa. Just for money I was suffering. Now I am happy. I don't need that money and I don't need that man. You go. Comfortable. But suppose the person was kind and dismissive. Get away. It will be a little more difficult. Why? Money I will get everywhere. But this type of kind boss I won't get. They will stick to you. Are you getting that? Habit. So when this habit is so strong, why should I change? Are you interested in knowing the happiness for yourself? Why? Because why were you expressing that habit? To be happy. So what is your happiness? In myself. I am the happiness. If I am the happiness, now I have to own it up again and again and again. To own it up, that is why that determination should come. I must own up the happiness. So moksha eka shaktya. I want to be happy. Always happy with myself. Always free with myself. Always conscious of myself. Always one with God. That is my devotion. That is my wisdom. That is my goal. I am with myself. When this determination comes, then Vishayeshu ragam nirmulya sanyasya karmani. These are the two things you do. Sanyasya sarva karmani. Now for some time you sanyasya sarva karmani. Kamyanam karmanam nyasa sanyasam kavayo viduhu. Very beautiful Bhagavad Gita comes. Kamyanam karmanam nasa. You do not act for some time. What type of karma you give up? Kamya karma nasa. Nyasa. Nyasa means renouncing actions which are triggered by desire for happiness. Such actions you stop. Not actions as such. Are you getting that point, please? Previously, anything I was doing, it was doing for my looking for happiness. Now I do things because it has to be done. This is why kartavyamiti buddhya. Uparama. Uparama means what? I told you, no? Swadharma anushtanam eva. You do your own thing. Why? Because it is to be done by me. But this doesn't bring me happiness. That's what it is. That is why this sannyasi life, brahmachari life, when you are a student of this Brahma Vidya, when you come and stay in an ashram or anywhere, that attitude must be there. I do because it is to be done. 3 o'clock class. So 3 o'clock class. Sleep is not better. No, I am not come here to sleep. 5 o'clock chanting, 5 o'clock chanting. 8 o'clock dining, 8 o'clock dining. Few hours of work in the field, few hours work in the field. I'm not supposed to angry with anybody, talk to anybody. Not necessary. Why? If that is expected of me, I don't do it. What happens thereby? You are not doing any kamya karma. Are you getting that? No more you are doing the activities which you desire to do. Kamya karma means, are you getting that? Action on the result of which you depend for your happiness. That becomes kamya karma. Are you getting that? Kamya karma is doing something, understand, kamya karma, doing something, the result of which will bring me happiness. That expectation is wrong. Are you getting that? Previously I was doing that. Not knowing I am the happiness, I was depending upon the result of action for the happiness. Money will give me happiness, food will give me happiness, that man's smile will give me happiness, that man's not frowning will give me happiness. The moment you depend like that, the fellow stops smiling, you are unhappy. The fellow starts frowning, you are unhappy. Somebody doesn't give you something, you are unhappy, you are happy. What a crazy things. Are you understanding? The more you depend upon other people, you are giving other people or things, you are giving the whole world a handle to make you miserable. Swamiji, these things will make me happy. What does it mean? What does it mean? I am planting my seed of unhappiness. These things will not make me unhappy. If you say these things will make me happy, that means absence of these things will make me unhappy. So you are a dangerous person. Because anybody can make you unhappy anytime. I'll be very happy if everybody listens to me. Ask yourself question. Do you listen to yourself all the time? Do you listen to yourself all the time? But how do I listen to myself? You have decided not to be angry again. Why are you angry? You have decided not to eat the third vadai in the morning. Why did you eat the fourth vadai this morning? I decided every morning 5 o'clock I shall get up and go for a walk. How come after 2 days you stopped? Are you getting that? I decided I must have some neem leaf every day because that is good for diabetic. After 3 days I stopped. Why did you do that? Every good habit you started, after some time you suspended. Did you listen to all your resolve every time? Did you? No. But you expect? I expect everybody to listen to me. Oh, I see. Why? Listening to you is their responsibility. Listening to yourself is your responsibility. So you feel very comfortable. That is why everybody can command. Everybody can command. Do as I say, but don't do what I do. Oh, what great advice. Great piece of advice. It's just stupid. That's why nobody takes you seriously. Understand? So if you are really interested, hey, because you want absolute settlement, steadiness, total steadfastness in life, you being with yourself. Because that becomes your goal, listen carefully, that is why you can consciously deal with your action and emotions. Because that goal is not known, don't be angry becomes a mere advice. Are you getting that? Don't be angry because a mere advice. Because the person doesn't know what shall I get out of not being angry. If I get angry, previously I could get my work done. Now being religious, I am not angry. Neither the work is done, nor I am gaining. You both were lost. That is why average person feels frustrated. Are you getting that? I have stopped anger, but job also is not done anymore. Then what do? After 1 month being religious, you return to the devil. This religion is not for me. After retirement, Bagala. After retirement. As long as you have things to achieve, that long you can't be religious. When you have nothing else to do, then, oh, yes, hold a mala, dharma baka. You understand that? The tiger with a rudraksh. Dangerous people. understand the beauty of it. When I see that, yes, I am the happiness, then I continue to act. Why you continue to act? Because you continue to think. You cannot stop activity in life. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tisthati akarmakrit. Krishna says so nicely in Bhagavad Gita. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi. Even nobody being born with a body can remain without action even for a second. Kshanam. Do you know why? What is action? When you see Gita, we'll see, but just little bit. Chalanatmika kriya. Action means every movement. And you cannot stop movement even for a second of your life. What, Swamiji, you are telling you cannot stop movement even for a second? I am sitting down in one place for hours. Your blood circulation is continuing. Your breathing is continuing. If movement is action, which movement has stopped? Your physical movement has stopped. Pranic movement stopped. Breathing stopped. Circulation stopped. Thought movement. You cannot stop activity. Are you getting that point, please? You have to be very, very conscious. And so, these thoughts, when you are coming, previously, as it was coming, I was jumping into activity. Now what I do? First, I listen carefully. First, Vishayeshu ragam nirmulya. Nirmulya, uprooting. Raga, dvesha, like and dislike from the sense object. As long as you see pleasure or pain in the object, that object will be attractive towards you or a distraction for you. If you see pleasure there, boom, your body will move. You see pain there, it will move away. Now decide for yourself. This raga dvesha, pain and pleasure, is it in the object? The sensation, listen. You see the beauty of that? Even a sensation, is it in the object? Or in touch? Listen carefully, listen carefully. Ice by nature is cold. Is it comfortable? The fire by nature is hot. Is it comfortable or uncomfortable? Depends on your condition. Suppose you have got a deep wound on your body, a little fire is very comforting. Right? Suppose it's cold winter and there is an ice on you. How do you like it? Take it. Deep summer. Now, Tiruvannamalai summer now. Night you are sleeping and another person says, nothing to cover up. Take a beautiful woolen blanket, pure wool blanket, cover him, poor thing, cover him and go. What will happen? The fellow not only will get up, but look for the person who has covered him in this woolen blanket. Because the first time he must shoot and hang him and shoot him. Because it took him out of beautiful sleep. And in the deep winter, you are sleeping nicely snuggled under a huge blanket. And the person, you poor thing, so much of load he's carrying. Remove it and keep it and come. How do you like it? Good or bad? Which is, that sensation is good or bad? By nature it may be cold. By nature something is hot. But depends on you. Okay? So I don't develop the raga dvesha now. Why? Because, okay. Ice is needed in summer. Good. A blanket is needed in winter. Good. Blanket uncomfortable in summer. Good. My happiness doesn't depend upon the blanket or the ice. It's a comfort and discomfort are two different seasons. Therefore, no craving, push or pull. You counteract the raga dvesha. Previously you say, I want it, you repeat. Raga. I don't want it, that you counteract it inside. Are you getting that point, please? See it. That the blanket gives you comfort is not a raga. I want it, I want it, I want it is raga. That somebody takes away is an action. I don't like that thing. You know that I'm not wanting it. Life is continuously ebbing out of your body. I don't like old age. Can you afford to have a dvesha? Dislike for old age? Can you have a dislike for old age? Because old age is a fact. Your like for the youth will not maintain your youth. Your dislike for your old age will not take away the old age. Old age is old age. Youth is youth. I am I. Enjoy the youth. Enjoy the old age. Why? You like, dislike, answer. Why? Because I am the happiness all the time. I am immortal. If your existence depends on your body, youth means I am sure of life. I love youth. Old age means I am not sure of life. I hate it. But when you are sure of your existence, immortal, absolute, you love your youth. You love the old age. So, ragadvesham nirmulya. How do you get this ragadvesha? Please understand. By your expectation, you create ragadvesha. I'll give an example, make it clear. Okay? Please see how you develop your ragadvesha. Two friends. Take this example. Two friends. They're starting a business. Each one gives 100 rupees for the business. 100 rupees, 100 rupees. They started a business with 200 rupees. The person who started the business, one friend, 100 rupees, he was desperate to start a business because without which he can't live. When he asked the other person, can you join me as a partner in the business? He said, okay. Why did he say okay? Not because he needed anything, but because he wants to help out the friend. 100 rupees he invested. The first person who has invested 100 rupees, he is depending on the profit for his life. So he expects 40% profit or 100% profit. Let's say 40% profit he expected. The other person says, you do it. Give me back my capital. That's enough. I want any profit. It's okay. It doesn't matter. After 1 year, business over and they take the stock. There is 40 rupees profit from 200. They got 240. So what is the percentage of profit now? 20%. But 200 rupees, 40 rupees. So 100 rupees, 20 rupees. Achha. The person who expected 40 rupees, how will he feel? Only 20 rupees. The person who did not expect anything, how does he feel? Bonus. Money remaining the same, time remaining the same, investment remaining the same, profit remaining the same. One is disappointed, other is happy. How? What was the cause? Expectation. Are you getting that? Expectation is the cause. So if you get what you expect, you like it. If you don't get what you expect, you dislike it. So, if you don't want to have like and dislike, what should you do? Should not have expectation, right? Logically, you should not have expectation. But is it possible? Is it possible? That is why this advice doesn't mean, don't expect. Who doesn't know? No. Bhagavad Gita is not impractical. Understand? Vedanta is so beautiful. He does not say not to expect. Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. You have a full freedom over the action. Expecting the result, you can continue to act. But when the result comes, accept it. Without expecting, are you getting that? Without expecting the result, you cannot function. To say somebody to function without expectation is nonsense, insanity, impractical madness, idealistic mumbo jumbo, useless preaching. That you should act without expectation. No. Expecting, you can act. Suppose you say, I don't expect anything and act. That's fine with you. But if somebody says, no, that is not possible. No. Expecting, you can act. Expecting to reach a place, I travel. Can you say, I'm traveling? Reaching or not reaching doesn't matter. What? What type of travel is that? I am doing, suppose Krishna says, I am teaching. It doesn't matter whether Arjuna understands or not. So who is mad? Teacher or the student? Expecting him to understand, I teach. If he understands, fantastic. Doesn't understand, repeat. You are not frustrated. Are you getting that point? So expecting the action result, you function in life. But when the result comes, you are not reacting. You are accepting it as it is. As a result, what happens? See the psychology, beauty behind it. When you are acting, you are expressing your thought out. When you are acting, suppose you are very angry. I must say this. So tell yourself, okay boy, get angry. Nothing wrong. But the consequences, take it. So you go angry. Boom, you go there. You are angry. Now suppose the other person, listen to it, go away. Thank God. Other person gave you a slap. Who do you think you are? Why are you to tell me that? Now smile at yourself. Take it. Take it. You expected, you wanted to express. No, take it. You are not reacting to the result. Are you getting that? When you are reacting to the result, it creates further reactions inside. Are you getting that point, please? You have consciously expressed your thought. Since you are accepting it as it is, you are not creating any new modifications. You are unconsciously being with yourself. But if you are a conscious artist, meaning you are interested in this knowledge, consciously doing it, you know, now you are consciously being with myself. True. This thought was preventing me as though from being with myself. I have expressed it. I am with myself. The result is coming. I am not reacting. So there is still always I am with myself. And then you will develop the mastery. Even if there are thoughts coming up, still I am not losing sight of myself. When you become that master, that I am happy with myself in spite of the thought, then to express or not to express is your choice. If you express, you are ready for the action. To react or not to react is your choice. Everything becomes your choice. Are you getting that point, please? Because no thought can take you for a ride anymore. That is where you get absolute strength. Atmana vindati viryam. Vidya amrutamasnude. You get immortality, absolute strength in yourself. So be very conscious. That is why for you, even being disrespected is a sadhana. Why? You did something consciously and that person retaliated heavily and destroyed you. Good. Tell yourself, you deserve it. Like a story they say, one day a sadhu went to, he had a tremendous weakness for sweet. A story goes, it's a Maratha something, somewhere they say, forget this and whoever it is, doesn't matter. But this is the situation. And you can do it for yourself. Many people do it, nobody reports those things. Some people do something, somebody reports. So it becomes a great story. But think, you live your life, friends. This person had a tremendous weakness for sweet. And any time he sit down in meditation, sweet. Jalebi. That had a tremendous weakness for jalebi. Jalebi. It's a true story, they say. Jalebi. Then he said, what is this? Why are you always talking to himself? Why are you demanding jalebi? He doesn't know how to handle it. Poor thing. If he doesn't know how to think out clearly, you can think it out everything also. Everything you can think out. Really. But certain people cannot do it, you have to act on also on that. So many ways, Bhagavad Gita, more elaborately we shall see. I mean, all these things, same thing with a little more explanation, don't worry about it. So, jalebi. He said, all right, today you are going to get jalebi. And he went there. Give me 5 idlis, 5 jalebis, 5. One slowly started eating 5. Very nice. More jalebi, 5. More jalebi, another 5. Then after that, the mind started now telling, enough. The same mind which was telling jalebi, now is telling, enough. But you have consciously taken the role of who are you? Brahman, Atman, absolute happiness. You take that role as I. Say, no, more. The chota, small I, the individuality telling now, which likes it, he says, I want jalebi. Little more. No, enough. More 5. Enough. 4, 5. Enough. More 5. Now the stomach goes crazy. Oh, my stomach is paining. He says, eat jalebi. 5 more. You understand how you are punishing yourself? Eat more. No, stomach is upset. Oh my God, it's paining. 5 more jalebi. And the mouth is tying it down with too much of sweet. After that, the eye will never demand again. Why? He knows your strength. Be ready for the consequences. Are you getting that? Do you know which fellow is the ahankar? The eye is so crafty, when inconvenience comes, it slowly hides away. When the inconvenience comes, it hides away. The problem comes, it hides away. Hey, you created the problem, solve it. Tell yourself, you want to be angry? Okay, angry. Then your wife runs away from you. Now be angry. Then you cool down. What is it? I should not have done that. She is already gone. He is nowhere around. Understand? Very crafty, this eye. So consciously, can you express yourself? Then you will know who is wanting this jalebi. Who wants the satisfaction out of this speech or action? No, I am always with myself. Okay, so functional anger, functional jalebi. You want to eat something, one more eat. Why? It's all right. Tomorrow, starve it out. You want to show little anger? Yes, so nothing wrong. Why? Certain people, certain times, anger needs to be shown. Why? As even the water is not good or bad. The knife is not good or bad. No physical thing is not good or bad. No emotion also good or bad. Depends on how you use it. If you use your anger, it's a blessing. If you are overtaken by anger, it's a curse. You use your love, you are overtaken by love, infatuation. You use your kindness, you are overtaken by kindness, weakness. When you are overtaken by kindness, it's a weakness. Like some people cannot say yes. Some people will say cannot say no. Say headache. Some people cannot say no. Whoever asks something, Swami is asking, how can I say no? Okay. Now what happens? Are you getting that? A hand which is permanently open, empty, permanently closed, nothing goes, but nothing comes either. From the closed hand, nothing goes, but does anything come? With a closed hand, please pick up things. You won't understand that like in Oriya language. Once I went to a temple, Oriya boys you'll understand, I'll explain it to you. In the temple it is written, Mukta hastare dana karantu. Mukta hastare means openly, meaning freely donate. With free hand. Mukta hastare dana karantu, meaning freely donate. With hand free, literally with free hand donate. I said, very mukta hasta means khola hasta, mukta hasta. I said, if the hand is totally open, now whatever comes, I'll give. What comes? Then open hand, what comes in your hand? Nothing. So you go there. Go. Mukta hasta, khola hathare dana karo. Khola hathare dana karo. So pura hatha kholi ki dana karuchi. I'm open my hand and giving. What? Nothing. Understand? You do things very, very consciously. Even the emotions, anger, hatred, jealousy, also, every emotion, you can use it. Your anger can destroy people, your anger can help people to grow up in life. If you are consciously angry, it's a blessing for the person. That is why Ravana, Kumbhakarna, Kamsa, they wanted God to be angry with them. Why? So that they are liberated. If they don't do these atrocious things, the God will not kill him. So do nonsense so that God kills them and they are straight to heaven. Story. Are you getting that? Because sometimes you do that nonsense. Consciously you can do that. Are you getting that? So nirmulya raga dvesha. So ask yourself a question. Are you restless about anything? If you are restless about anything, you have a raga or a dvesha. Understand? That does not mean when somebody is killing somebody, no, I am not restless about him killing. Huh? You are not reacting. Listen carefully. But you know this person is doing something wrong, therefore something must be done about it. That is why when you say free from like and dislike, it is not amounting to indifference. You must be very, very careful in that statement, or else you will be destroying people. No like and dislike means what? Does not mean indifference. Indifference is a very, very selfish disposition. Indifference. Indifference is, oh, that man is dying. Oh, it doesn't matter. People die, people go on. That man is starving. Okay. So when you are starving, somebody says there is no food. Suppose you say, oh, that's okay. Then it's no problem. But when you are starving, food must be there. Other people starving, karma. Karma. Are you getting that? So indifference becomes a nuisance. Understand? So ragadvesha, nirmulya ragam vishaye mukhiga saktya vishayesu ragam nirmulya sanyasya sarva karma. So ragam vishayesu nirmulya. I am moving in the sense-object world, but no likes or dislike, meaning happiness. No more I am afraid of losing happiness, or no more I think I am going to get happiness from this sense-object world. They can give me comfort and discomfort, convenience, inconvenience, but no more happiness, unhappiness. Therefore, no ragadvesha. And thereafter, you act in life. For what? Survival. Survival. No kamya karma. Kamya karma means I no more do the action to be happy in life. My actions begin with happiness. I am happy to act. I am happy not to act. But my happiness does not depend upon either acting or not acting. A lazy man's happiness depends upon not acting. A restless man's happiness depends upon acting. A wise man's happiness does not depend upon either acting or not acting. He can happily act and he can happily choose not to act. Restless person feels inactivity is unproductive. Lazy person thinks activity is a waste because he is so dumb. Inactivity is very supreme. Lazy, lethargic, selfish. Happy person. Wise man, active when it is needed. When it is not needed, not active. His activity is as productive as his inactivity. Understand? When the wise man is inactive, even the inactivity is productive. Why? Because his inactivity does not stop him from other activities. Everything is moving, but he is not interfering in anything. He seems to be inactive, but there is a close look at everything. Needed? Jumps in. Does not needed? Is not needed? Okay. You understand this brilliance of that mind? Absolutely brilliant. If imagine the presidents and the so-called political leaders, or any leader anywhere becomes like this, what will happen? Brilliant life. Every person will be blessed out. You get one such person to rule the world, or thousands of different such people heading different department. 5-6 billion people will be happily living in this world. There is no necessity for one man to have 5 billion and nothing, another was nothing. Even a man of this understanding, he can earn 5 billion, but shall keep maybe 1 million for himself to have a nice time. Rest, chalo, give. Why? There's such a pleasure. Such a pleasure in sharing. The earlier the world knows it better. So when you do it, what happens? Not only you have a fantastic time here, but also in your understanding of yourself, you abide in the happiness that you are. And that is your Jivan Mukti, living liberated. See that. Nirmulya sanyasya cha sarva karma sasraddhayaya sravanadinistha. So, having thus counteracting your ragadvesh and consciously acting in the world, listen, consciously acting in the world, then what should I do? Satsraddhayayo sravanadinistha. With satsraddha, with right disposition, now you are sravanadinistha. You are engaged in sravana, manana, nitidhyasana. Sravanadinistha. You engage your life in listening to this truth, contemplating about it, being in meditation all the time. With this type of mind, where there is no ragadvesh, you are already free. Your mind is free from every interference. You will soak in like a sponge soaks in. Are you getting that? Interference comes from likes and dislikes. Suppose the class is going on, but you have got something more important to do than the class. What is more important? Lazy, sleeping. Or what is more important? The phone call is coming at 10:15. Swamiji is taking class from 10:10 to 10:30. What is this? So you are thinking about the phone call, sitting in the class but phone call. Just an example I am telling. Nobody is that stupid. When you listen to these things so beautiful, other things automatically falls off. Everything can wait. When you are happy with yourself, what is that cannot wait? Tell me. Everything can wait. That is why your anger can wait. Your hatred can wait. Your jealousy can wait. Why? Why creating further problems? You are so happy. Are you getting that? You are so happy, so contented with yourself. You don't want to precipitate a situation. You don't want to create a situation where you shall be miserable. Why initiating something and getting into the, unnecessary consequences? Not necessary. That is why when you are very happy with yourself, you are always happy with yourself, then you can choose to take a responsibility. When you can create a world of its own, and you are happy to take the responsibility also. Because, are you getting that? If you, suppose everybody say, I'm so happy with myself, why triggering any activity? Because you are happy with yourself, you should trigger all activity. Because only such a person, only a blessing. He is happy with himself. So nothing is for him. Everything is for others. That is why Paropakaraya idam sariram. This body is only for a paropakar, is only for others' sake. It becomes so beautiful. Your whole living is for others, breathing is for others, only when you are happy with yourself. So, sravanadi nishtha. So, having counteracted the raga dvesh. Now Sravana Mananiti, Sravana Adinishta. Rajasvabhavam sadhunoti buddhe. Buddhe he rajasvabhavam dhunoti. He completely washes away the rajasvabha, the reactions, expectations, restlessness of the buddhi. Completely goes away. Why? Because your attitude is beautiful. I am interested in being with myself. Therefore, I choose not to react. I choose not to express my thought also. But in the beginning stages, since the thoughts are very strong, suppose you are not capable of doing it, okay, I choose to express my thought and I choose to accept the result as it is. Why? Because I choose to be myself, always with myself. Please understand, as long as the thought is with you, there are no consequences. The moment the thought is expressed into action or a speech, you cannot escape consequences. You see one fellow is walking down and your mind says, "He's a pure rogue, this fellow is a rascal." Suppose your mind says that, does he feel bad? What happens to you inside? Nothing. But suppose the moment the thought comes, you express it out. He's a real rascal, you know. Did you tell that to me? Of course there is nobody else. So you only talk to me. Now he is a dada. Huh? That fellow is a local mafia boss, local gunda. So he comes and gives you two on both the cheeks. Now what do you do? Why are you talking? But there are some people like that. They must go and touch the snake's tail. They must. The snake is going. Why are you so restless to touch the snake's tail? The moment you touch it, you think snake will kiss you? Leave the guy alone. Neither good nor bad. No, but you must comment, you must give a wise commentary. When you cannot stop giving a wise commentary, as they say, you plant a wind, you reap a whirlwind. You say one word, you get a biography. What to do? That is, cut it. Cut it. Conscious. So, as long as at thought level, if you can catch it, no problem. Cannot? All right, do it at the action level. We're ready for the consequences. Okay? And why should I do all this? Because that entails trouble, you know. Not to express your thought also can put pressure. Why should you do it? Because I am happiness, I am happiness. So that gives you the strength to stand by your thought. Okay, if I do that, why should I accept the result of the action? So that there is no further reaction and I am with myself. So because you have a purpose now, are you getting that? Because you have a purpose, you can be good, you can be noble. Simple goodness, simple nobleness opposed to bad is not accepted by people. Because sometimes goodness doesn't pay. You like it or not. Sometimes kindness doesn't pay. Sometimes love doesn't pay. Sometimes hatred pays. Sometimes a falsehood pays, but the truth will not pay. Because that is relative truth and falsehood. That is the world. But when you are with the absolute, this truth and falsehood, relative, right and wrong, good and bad, you know how to handle. Life becomes absolutely fantastic. Okay, so look at your mind. Raga, dvesha, what type of mind you have, restless. Okay? And once you see it, you can't escape being with yourself. And this is manaha. You use that mind to be with yourself. Now read the last one on this Manomaya Kosha. Manomayo napi bhavet paratma adyantavatvat parinami bhavat dukkhatmakatvad vishayatva hetoh दृष्टा हि दृश्यात्मतया न दृष्टः मनोमयो नापि भवेत् आत्मा भवेत् परात्मा आद्यन्तवत्वात् परिणामि भावात् दुःखात्मकत्वाद् विषयत्व हेतोः द्रष्टा हि दृश्यात्मतया न दृष्टः So manomaya napi bhavet paratma. So paratma, yourself the absolute, now be manomaya kosha. This mana, already I have told you everything. In that ahankar, every mano, vijnana, everything has come. But this is understand, this kosha, mind, mano, buddhi, chitta, ahankar, none of these things. Also consciousness is not. Why? Adyantavatvat parinami bhavat. This manaha adyantavanta. Every thought has a beginning and end. Are you getting that point, please? A thought has a beginning, thought has end. Whereas you are beginningless, endless. Simple logic you can take. It comes in Mandukya Upanishad, but you will see that there, but let's see the now. If you see the beginning of something, you must be before that, right or wrong? Simple logic. Simple logic. If you see arrival of everybody into this hall, what does it mean? You are already there in the hall. Okay. If you see the departure of everybody from this hall, that means you survive everybody. Is it easy to understand or Einsteinian logic? Simple, right? If you see the arrival of everybody into this hall, you precede everybody. You are already there. If you see the departure of everybody from this hall, you survive everybody. You are before, you are after, you are in between, right? Do you see the arrival of every thought? Yes or no? Yes. Are you getting that? Who else sees in you? You see, you are conscious of the arrival of the thought. Do you see the departure of it? You see? When it departs, suppose you are not that conscious, because you are forgetful, you don't see its arrival, but after it arriving, you know. You don't see the departure, but after it departs, you know. Because you are that dumb, But suppose suddenly you are now conscious. As it comes, you know. As it goes also, you know. And when it is existing also, you know. That means you are existing before, in between, after. The thought was not there, thought will not be there. That's what he says. Adyantavatvat. Parinami bhavat. The thought begins, ends, changes in between. Yourself, beginningless, endless, changeless, all time. Work on it. Dukkhatmakatvat vishayatva hetoho drashtahi drusyatmataya na drushta. So dukkhatmakatvat. Dukkhatmak, vishayatva heto, dukkhatmaka. And because of the vishaya, it brings the sense objects inside. And dukkhatmaka, because goes on dwelling upon the object. Who dwells on the object? Consciousness or the I thought? Understand? It's a very peculiar thing, if you really go on looking at it, appa, what all depth you discover. See, a child, not necessarily child didn't have still a sense of I, but mommy's thought comes again and again. Why? Comfortable. Whatever is comforting, it comes again and again, even if you don't want it. Have you seen it? Suppose you have eaten some good food today. It's not that you really stuck on that food, but for no reason the thought comes up. Because it was a good sensation, it comes up. Not that you are missing it. Are you getting that? Does it not happen? That is mind. It's like somebody tells some nonsense to you. For no reason, that particular thought comes up again and again. Or somebody gives you a compliment to you. For no reason, that comes up again and again. What is that no reason? Deep within, you like it. That is why it comes up again and again. If you are afraid of it, it comes again and again. Suppose you don't like or not afraid, no thought comes. That is why. When you are happy with yourself, believe it or not, no thoughts at any time. I mean, no thoughts. There are some functional screensavers all the time. But there is no such thing. When you want to talk, whoo, it comes. When there is nothing to talk, it sleeps. It's a beautiful mind becomes. A very beautiful mind. It's not that the responsibility is not there. All the responsibility is also inside. Full responsibility. It goes on, suppose you think, it goes on thinking, know about. But nothing pushes you. Nothing pushes, sort of creates any problem for you. Because a thought is a thought. And it's beautiful. Why? Because mind is doing its job. All possible thoughts are being thrown. So please understand. So this mind, dukhatma, because not knowing it unnecessarily dwells on the object. Whereas you are drashta. You are the drashta, seer. You see everything, arrivals, departures, in between, growth, birth, emotions. And drashta, na drishyam bhavati. The seer is not the seen. Drishyatmataya na drashta. Drashtai, drishyatmataya na drashta. And this whatever is seen cannot be the seer. Drishyatmataya, the mind is seen. Drushta, seen, cannot be the seer. Every thought is seen. Seen means what? You are conscious. Therefore, you can't be that. Okay? Having told this, then he starts out with the next one. Begins your Vijnanamaya Kosha. Okay, shall we see it in the afternoon? Because the subject is complete. Okay, we shall see that in the knowledge. That is, it all gets connected. What is there? You want to see, or are you? We will see in the afternoon. Okay, it's all right. A beautiful topic. Go and think over it. Please, 1 hour, don't do anything. Even whatever, choice is yours, whatever you are doing, something to do your routine, fine, or else go back to room, just think it over very nicely. And see raga, dvesha, counteracting, result, acceptance, all that. See very nicely. Okay, we shall see the other one in the afternoon. Okay, now please close your eyes.